Back in 2002, a man named Roger Barr had an idea for having Abobo ravaging through the classic NES game worlds to save his son Abobo. Now you may be asking yourself, who is Abobo? Well, to put it simply, Abobo is the big muscle dude from Double Dragon, and if you haven't played Double Dragon, then I highly recommend you play it because you've been missing out. However, the game would later be called Abobo's Big Adventure, but would be put on hold for years down the road. The game would be released in 2012 after a lot of labor and love was put into the project by Team Abobo. The point of the game was not just to have Abobo going through the other video game universes to save his son, but to be a tribute to the NES for all the fun and entertainment it had brought to everybody. In my personal opinion, I say they succeeded. Abobo's Big Adventure is a free-to-play flash game you can download or just play online. The story behind the game goes as follows. Abobo's son Abobo has been kidnapped, and it is up to you to fight your way through some of the greatest classic NES games to save him. You have to fight your way through tons of enemies and bosses using Abobo's brute strength and menacing personality. You will fight bosses going from small to fucking huge, and even some familiar faces along the way. The game will keep you entertained for hours, but will be a beautiful end for all the hard effort you put into playing the game. The controls for the game are pristine and perfect. You will not be disappointed with the gameplay at all. You'll be going through other NES games such as Double Dragon, Contra, Mega Man, or Balloon Fight, just to name a few. You will have to adapt to each of those gameplay styles for the gameplay changes per level. For example, in the Double Dragon portion of the game, you'll be playing the game like you would be playing Double Dragon, punching and kicking your way through many enemies that are in the level. But then you would go into the Balloon Fight world where you have to watch yourself more carefully. The game does this kind of a switch that may seem unnecessary at first, but once you get used to it, you'll love every moment of it. Now, there isn't much to say about the graphics, because if you ever played the NES back in the day, you would understand what I mean. They are pixels. Well, detailed pixels. The game does have some cutscenes, kind of like Ninja Gaiden, which for the NES days was unique at the time. The sprites for this game, however, are very well done. There seems to be a lot of attention to detail in the mix. The core factor in this, however, was way up there. So for those people who are in the Mortal Kombat style of things, this game is definitely that much bloody for you. This game does have a lot of pop culture references as well. You have movie references, video game references, and even TV show references. If you haven't seen some of the stuff that is mentioned in the game, then you might not get it and it might go over your head. I was lucky enough to grow up with a movie buff family, so I understood quite a bit of the references. The only one reference I didn't get was the Death Blossom, which was from a movie called The Last Starfighter. And to be honest, I've still yet to see it. The reason I never go full into detail in video game reviews is because I don't want to ruin the game's story plot for the people who haven't played it yet, so I will end on this note. The game is fun and addictive and will have you playing for hours until you beat the game. The final boss will surprise you, and the reason behind all the events as well as the ending will too. If you have enough free time and you want to give this game a playthrough, then go to abobosbigadventure.com.